baby. Live from the third largest city in the United States, Chicago, Illinois. It's The Drive with Mario Smith. I am him. How you doing, everybody? Welcome to The Drive here on Backchannel.tv. It's a beautiful day in Chicago, clearly, and it's also a beautiful day for breaking news happening right outside my house. A police chase is taking place at the moment. And the gentleman has went over the median, and the cops are chasing him, and his helicopter's outside and everything. It's going down right outside my house. Now, I don't want you to be afraid. Come visit Chicago. Beautiful place. Come and hang out with us. Joining me from Portland, Oregon, although we almost didn't join today, it's my man, Jay Gliss. What up, Gliss?
How's it going?
How do you like the new high up me?
You look good.
This isn't bad, right?
This looks good.
I don't like all this looking at my house, though. See, there's my Raymond Anthony Thomas painting over my bookcase. There's my guitar.
I like it.
Yeah, there's some boxes I haven't opened up in a year.
It's like a little more flavor there.
A little bit. There's a bike. Wait a minute. It's my bike. My fancy schmancy hi-fi setup.
I'm glad. I'm glad this worked out because a few minutes ago I couldn't get on the internet. So
yeah, there you go. It'd have been a different show today.
And I got to do something about this light because it looks. That's what I'm currently doing because it looks like the sun's coming up over my shoulder.
All right, that's kind of cool considering the sun's been up for many, many, many hours.
Yeah. There we go.
But this is different. So not to bring everybody too far behind our curtain. We were told to lift ourselves up.
Yeah.
So we lifted ourselves up.
We did.
But then, I mean, it looks cool on the TV. Seeing if somebody walks out from that door, though, then we have a real problem because I live alone. Like where that red box is over there.
We'll warn you.
Yeah. See that red box right there?
Yeah, we'll warn you
if someone comes out of that space, you guys got to tell me. If someone comes through that door, I can kind of control that because that door is locked. And then there's a balcony. If somebody comes in on my balcony, you're going to see a fight. Actually, you won't, because I'm going to invite them to take everything except for this. Because if you came in on the balcony, I live 8 floors up. You can have all this crap. I don't care. Take it all. So much going on. And I legit have some police stuff happening in Hyde Park right now, like right outside my building. Somebody is, I believe, I'm going to say carjacking. And they were getting chased by the cops, and they went over the median and hit somebody's car. It looks like their car is still over there.
We need like a street correspondent down there.
I swear, man, just let me do it. I'm putting cameras on this balcony because you need to see the sunset. I always talk about how nice the sunset is at the end of the show. It really is beautiful, but there's always a little something going on, a protest or something. I got a little Portland happening on my street, Cliff. Mini Portland.
Yeah, we need like we need some kind of setup where we can like switch cameras so we can just go to a live look outside of your house.
Yeah.
whenever there's something going on.
I'm so afraid that it would be something real just horrible. But why not? I took a look. Excuse me, everyone. I took a look today to see who was in our who's watching us on Backchannel.tv. We have quite a few people. So Rose, welcome. Joshua, welcome. Amanda in Vermont. Amanda, I am fascinated with Vermont. I've never been. Can you please tell me something about Vermont? It would work in this case that I didn't know. Deborah McIntosh is in California. Hey, passenger. Verona is in New Hampshire. Sonny's in Indiana. Bella in Northern Virginia. Cameron in Missouri. Joshua, you're new. Where are you? I'd like to know what part of the country you're in. I believe this is Zuo in California. It says Milo in Oregon. Is your dog on the computer again, or is this Jack?
Well, no, Jack is back at school. Or
are you Milo?
We have a device in our kitchen, and so currently I was watching Your Pal Hal on Backchannel before I came out here, so I believe it's still running in there. So yes, it actually is the dogs watching.
There you go. Right.
Yeah, Jack is back at school, but I do have my 4-year-old home today, so he's about 4 feet away from me. You just can't see him.
Oh, right on. What up, kid? Welcome to the show. Nathan and sometimes C, and as I found out, that might be an actual person, is in Texas. Jennifer Lopez, J-Lo's in New York. That's right, everybody, J-Lo. I know. And Cole's in South Carolina. Cole, what part of South Carolina are you in? I started my radio career in South Carolina, in Greenville. I almost said Greensboro. That's North Carolina. In Greenville, South Carolina. There was a motel. We used to call it the Rancho Relaxo because the pool was full of red clay. And I'm not making that up. It was full of red clay. It was quite an exciting time to be a young man in the 90s, trying to do radio at what was the station? WHYZ. I can't remember the numbers. That was only there a month. It was bad. It was so bad. It was. One day I'll tell you guys the story. I don't want to get sued by that man. May still be in jail though, so maybe I'm not too.
Wow, that
scared.
Does sound bad.
Oh, you know what? I will tell you this story. Not now, but today. You get the story of Mario's first radio job. Actually, it would be my first radio job. Yeah. Ooh, boy. It was something. Let's take a look real quick at the headlines that are taking place around our country as our tales of happiness on a Friday are putting us behind time already, but that's fine. And by the way, check out all the stuff on backchannel.tv. I could definitely do that before I get to that. It starts at 6 a.m. Eastern. It's Haley and Allison, then Liv Harrison at 8, Jam and Renee at 10, Anthony Davis, Sir Anthony Davis 2 at noon Eastern. My pal Hal is at 2 Eastern, and then it's us at 46. Us meaning all of us, all of you, me, Gliss, everybody here on the drive. Headlines coming out of the United States right now. Michael Avenatti is convicted of wire fraud and aggravated identity theft for stealing from Stormy Daniels. He was convicted today of wire fraud and aggravated identity theft. Prosecutors allege that Avenatti, who helped negotiate the $800,000 advance for Daniels' October 2018 book Full Disclosure, defrauded his former client by instructing her literary agent to send 2 of the installments of the advance, totaling nearly $300,000 to an account controlled by him rather than directly to Daniels without her knowledge. Speaking to cameras outside a federal courthouse in Lower Manhattan Friday, Avenatti said he is very disappointed in the verdict. Avenatti is scheduled to be sentenced on May 24th. Remember, he was on TV. He was super good guy, lawyer guy. Everybody loved Avenatti. Careful
Fall
who you
from
love.
Grace.
Oh, man. Boy. Body slam from Grace. Top rope. The elbow drop and the big knee from Hulk Hogan from Grace. News Corps says that the Wall Street Journal and the New York Post were hit by hackers today, and it is a victim of a sustained Chinese hacking campaign. The company said in an email sent to employees that hackers had breached company systems and targeted specific documents and reporter email accounts. The hackers only breached news organizations and not other News Corps properties such as HarperCollins Publishers and Storyful, the email said. And finally, this is wild. A couple was rescued after nearly 2 months in a California cabin after heavy snow had them trapped. The 2 people who had been snowed in a Northern California cabin since early December were rescued by helicopter on Tuesday, after a nearly 2-month ordeal. The California Highway Patrol's Valley Division Air Operations received a call from the Sierra County Sheriff's Office requesting help rescuing the couple and their pet dog after they started running out of supplies. The couple had been stuck indoors since December 6th after downed trees and heavy snow kept them locked in, according to the state agency. When we come back, we'll have more stories around the world. This is Backchannel.tv. You're watching also on YouTube and listening to us on your Amazon-supported devices. Please get into the chat on Backchannel.tv, and we'll be back as I point at you viciously like I'm angry, but I'm not, right after this. Happy Friday, right? Be right back. Happy Friday. I want to say it's Rahab. I hope I'm not mispronouncing your name. Welcome to the show. It's your first time on the show. Welcome to The Drive with Mario Smith. I almost forgot the name of the damn show. Welcome to The Drive with Mario Smith. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate all of our listeners. We call you passengers on The Drive. Johan is here. Thank you. Again, I need a fact, Amanda, about Vermont. At least one. What is something about Vermont that I don't know that will make me want to come visit Vermont? And I know what you might be thinking, but don't say it. And who else am I itching to talk to here? Cole, what part of South Carolina are you from? What city are you in? I have a great story about failure that I'm going to tell you in a little while. And that failure stems from living in South Carolina. Not that South Carolina is a bad spot at all. I was there before they built the BMW plant. That's how long ago that was. It's been a minute. Jan has just joined us as well. Hey, Jan, how you doing? Thank you all for being here today. Along with our stories and all that, you'll talk to my man, Jay Gliss, who is in Portland. And we got a lot to talk about today as well. We're going to get right to it, though. Continue this story about Michael Avenatti. This broke just a few minutes before we got on the air. Well, more than a few minutes. He allegedly, or not allegedly, he's been convicted of stealing from Stormy Daniels $300,000. He's going to be sentenced on May 24th. The verdict came after an eventful day when the jury asked the judge for help, saying one of the 12 was, quote, acting on a feeling, close quote, and not considering evidence. Quote, we have one juror who is refusing to look at evidence and is acting on a feeling. We need assistance on moving forward. She does not believe she needs to prove her side using evidence and refuses to show us how she has come to her conclusion, the note said, according to Judge Jesse Furman. Please help us move forward, not going on any evidence, all emotions, and does not understand this job of a jury, close quote, the note added with the word please underlined. This is a poorly written note. What? Hey, I got you, America, on proofreading. Because I know when I read these stories, it sounds like I can't read. Honest to God, I can, but I'm trying to correct the English on the screen that you all can't see. It says, please help us move forward, not going on any evidence, all emotions, and does not understand this job of a jury. That's an actual sentence someone wrote. All right. Avenatti moved for a mistrial, arguing that the jury is clearly deadlocked and any further instruction or action would be coercive. Furman considered the motion but denied it, saying, quote, I don't think we're there yet, close quote. Avenatti, who represented himself, opposed some wording in the instruction telling the judge it could appear to convince a potential holdout juror for acquittal. The judge noted Avenatti's assumption that the jury was leaning to convict him and said they had no way of knowing the jury split. They had been deliberating since Wednesday. That's something. That is a something that he, one, represented himself. Don't do that. I don't care what's going down. Don't ever do that. You don't. You just don't. Representing yourself is akin to hitting yourself with a car. Why would you do that? That's kind of dumb. And then the judge is like, that's a good idea. No, you know what? No, not a good idea. I think we want to convict you, and I think I'm going to let them do it. And he's convicted now. And what kind of sentence do you think he gets? That's the thing. Like, what is the going rate for wire fraud?
Well, he had that other case going on too. Is that case resolved? The one that involved Nike?
Ooh, that's right. I don't think so.
Because that was a bit. I mean, I don't think that's resolved either. So this guy is really got himself turned around here.
Hey man, we got a story later about Nike suing somebody. I don't know if people are aware of this, but Nike's a powerhouse. You get into a lawsuit with Nike, you might not win that lawsuit.
They're right down the road from me.
Hey, look, I wear a 12. I wear a size 12, bro. Anytime you feel like, Mario's been nice, I'm just gonna buy him some shoes. I know they're like $5 because you're in Portland. I'll take 10 pairs of $5 shoes.
Yeah, if you ever make it out here, that's where we got to go. We got to go to the Nike campus.
I don't even want to go to the bathroom. I want to go straight to Nike. right off the plane.
It's
straight to Nike.
beautiful out there too. They just built a whole bunch of new stuff the last couple years. They look like spaceships out of Star Wars.
Word. I'm in. Say no more. Spaceships, Star Wars, gym shoes. Got it. No bathroom, straight to the thing, and we see what happens once we get to Nike. Because I wear a 12. Anybody from Nike watching in Beaverton, I love you. And me and my man Gliss has 4 kids and a wife, and they all need shoes, and I need shoes.
Be a good place to go pick up some guests, because there's always people walking around over there. When I chaperoned one of my kids field trips there a couple years ago.
Nice.
And they're walking us, giving us a tour around, and there's Odell Beckham just playing football, just just out on some field, just talking to some Nike execs playing football with a couple kids. Like,
man, okay, listen to me. Do they have apartments at the Nike complex? Because I can live there.
No, but they have some. We used to live right across the street. There's some nice townhouses over there. So.
Say that. You know what, man? Might move to your hood. I might come up. I'm not going to leave Chicago. I'll have a place in Portland.
There you go.
Beaverton, Oregon.
That's right.
To be exact. But back to the thing we were talking about that has nothing to do with gym shoes.
Yeah,
no. It all connects because he's a crook now. Him representing himself is what gets me. You took the stand and tried to convince a group of people that you didn't take $300,000 when there was evidence showing that you did. That sounds like a dummy. That doesn't sound like a very smart person.
No, that's
stupid.
Like you said, it's just a bad look, because you're right. I mean, it looks, it's like, I don't know. It comes off as like childish or something, because it's just the fact that you're going to get up and basically plead with people like, no, I didn't do this. Like I swear, like
I didn't take $300,000 from her, even though everything in this thing says I did take it from the thing.
I know, because it's me and I say I did not do this. So.
And you guys used to like me. Everybody used to like me, remember? All the ladies used to swoon when I came on TV. Now that's changed. How dare all of you? I can't believe this. Holly Guti is in California. God, I hope I am not screwing these names up. Can you imagine that none of these names are wrong? Well, can't mess up J-Lo. All right, just a sidebar, as I saw Holly Guti had joined us. And Jan has joined the stream as well. Hey, Jan. Boy, it's nice to have people here, especially new folks. It's always nice to have our regular folks. Like we're waiting on Kobe. He'll be here soon.
That's right.
Just
side note, since we were talking about it, he actually that other case was resolved. He was found guilty last July and sentenced to 2.5 years in prison. So,
did he do any time?
I don't know. I didn't read that far, but I mean, he's already guilty of 1 felony charge. So, yeah, things have taken a wrong turn for him.
It's a guy that loves jail. What if he's like Batman, though? Yeah. Well, what if he's like Batman and he goes to jail and all the criminals that he's put in jail are all like, aha, Avenatti, we've been waiting on this day forever. They lined up to beat up Michael Avenatti. Boy, I'm telling you, give me about 5 minutes and I can think of anything, but that would be terrible. But good numbers for President Biden, who has been blamed for everything, including solar flares and holes in the ground, known as potholes. America's jobs recovery got an unexpected boost this month. Despite the Omicron variant spreading rapidly through the country, the economy added 467,000 jobs last month. I'm sorry, January. The Bureau of Labor Statistics said earlier today, way better than anybody predicted. I was up early enough to see the predictions of what the jobs report was going to be. It was hard. Oh my God. I thought Biden was going to quit today. Not a chance. Restaurants and bars added more than 100,000 jobs. Positions in retail, logistics, and business services, their jobs also increased. This was a shock, as the consensus forecast had been for only 150,000 jobs. Plenty of experts even expected job losses. So once again, economists got it totally wrong. That I didn't write that. It's a reminder that there are a lot of moving parts in the pandemic economy, making it hard for economic models to keep up with the situation that's so in flux. And how about this? 2 of the jobs, me and Gliss.
That's right.
We contributed to the economy.
Here we are.
Jam and Renee. All four of us. Yeah. Mike Lockett is here in Illinois watching us on YouTube. Everybody get into the chat at backchannel.tv. Or if you're watching on YouTube, you can get to the chat there too. But backchannel.tv for everybody. And you can
number
follow me
7 just joined as well.
Number 7?
That's what it says.
Oh, wow. I'm not looking. Hold on. You can follow me on Twitter. My kind of manicured nail. It's looking bad. You can follow me on Twitter. Let me hide it behind there. At Mario and Hyde Park. Number 7, huh? Oh, yeah. Misty, Cat, number 7. What up, 7? You know, I know somebody named 7, actually. I know 2 guys named 7. And if that says of 9 the next time, I'm leaving. Because if it's 7 of 9, we win, Gliss. We win again. But yeah, good January. We keep jumping, right? It's Friday. Screw it. Good January jobs report. Okay, the economy's on its way. Looks like we're going to not have the pandemic anymore soon. And everything, you know, all this happened because the Cubs won the World Series. Should have never happened. But I've got a report that is just kind of wild. Maybe we should save this one. Nah, we'll do it. It's about cryptocurrency and love. I didn't know those two things went together. A recent survey finds that 1/3 of singles are more likely to go out with someone who is into the world of crypto finance. Of 2,000 respondents, 33% said they would be inclined to date someone who mentions crypto in their dating profile, compared with 20% who said it would be a turnoff. The survey was compiled by cryptocurrency trading platform eToro. Shelley Palmer, CEO of the Palmer Group in New York, said crypto investors probably do send certain signals that will appeal to some. Quote, you have to be a little bit of a daredevil. You have to be a little crazy. You have to have a little bit of money, close quote. He told the Noon Business Hour on WBBM here in Chicago on Thursday. Palmer said recent social gatherings he has attended indicate to him that people are very interested in cryptocurrency. Quote, what this really says, more than anything, is that everyone is trying to seek as much knowledge as possible. And if you say you have some of that knowledge, then you're someone that people want to talk to, he said. Other results in the eToro survey indicated about 84% of respondents think it's important to find a partner open to trying and experiencing new things. Also, about 55% said they check their banking and trading apps more than their dating apps. So, for our passengers on the drive today, we have 2 questions that desire an answer, and I hope you help. So, number 1, do you have a dating app? Do you have a dating app? If you're not like married, well, you know what? Some of you all are. Do you have a dating app? And is crypto in your dating profile? Is that something you mention on a first date? I could go into the how many of you are single stuff. I'm not going to do that. Get into the chat at backchannel.tv. Let's talk about it this afternoon. Do you own a dating app? And if you do, does it say crypto in the profile? And you folks are married that don't have dating apps, do you have a desire to like have cryptocurrency? Is that something that sounds like it would enhance your relationship? I think it would really enhance it if I've got plenty of money. Does it matter if I have crypto too? How soon are we, or how close are we to running out on the idea of having paper money? Does it matter if I have paper money? I mean, yes, it does matter if I have some money. But I mean, you know, so many questions today. So hit us on the chat. I am very curious to hear what you think about crypto coupling. Anybody got a Dole packaged salad? Get rid of it. Too dead from listeria outbreak linked to Dole packaged salads. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention said today. The outbreak has sickened 17 people and resulted in 13 hospitalizations across 13 states. The recalls began at the end of December and are for products with best if used by dates from November 30, 2021 through January 9, 2022. The CDC also notes these products have codes in the upper right-hand package that will begin with the letter B, N, W, or Y. While the recalled products are all produced by Dole, they are sold under the following brands: Ahold, Dole, HEB, Kroger, Leedy, Little Salad Bar, Market Side, Naturally Better, Nature's Promise, President's Choice, and Simply Nature. The CDC advises consumers to throw away or return these products and to clean out refrigerators or other surfaces that came into contact with the products. Listeria can survive in the refrigerator and can easily spread to other foods and services, the CDC says. The CDC is also continuing its ongoing investigation of a separate Listeria outbreak tied to Fresh Express packaged salads. Palace? What? So if you got a packaged salad in your house and it says Dole or Heb or Kroger, Leedy, Ahold, Little Salad Bar, Market Side, Naturally Better, Nature's Promise, President's Choice, and Simply Nature, throw it away. Don't try to take it back to get your money back. Just throw it away. And also, it wouldn't help or hurt, rather, if you considered getting a head of lettuce and a couple of tomatoes and making your own salad. And this Listeria, that's kind of frightening. I mean, I understand why people get packaged salads and packaged foods and pre-prepared. You know, Friday, my face is tired. Pre-prepared meals and stuff because it's convenient. You got a big family. You want to hurry up and do this, get it done. But Listeria is rather serious, clearly, because 2 people are dead. Just saying. Gliss, you got a family. I know I always do this to you. Packaged foods probably is something that's like, boom, Gary said, how I can't repeat that. I can't repeat that. I can't. That's kind of like, it's funny, Gary. Don't think it's not, because I am laughing at it. Screw it. I'll say it. How about a seizure salad? I see what you did there. But if you have packaged food in your refrigerator, or packaged salad, this isn't the first time this has happened. This is like every couple of months or every month.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. Yeah, it is kind of frightening. We do, on occasion, do the packaged salad thing, just because, as you said, the convenience of it.
Right.
I mean, you're right though. Making your own salad is better. I mean, it's always
far
better.
More delicious.
But
always.
Yeah, we definitely do it from time to time. I'd say, a couple times a month, where just as a side item, we'll grab a bag of salad and throw it together. But I'm good now a little frightened. So
thank you. And I'm good for buying them, but then I'm always like, man, I could just get like, some lettuce and a couple of tomatoes and an onion and some croutons and just call it a day. I don't know if I'm by myself. I have no excuse. If I don't put a little effort into something, I'll just lay in the bed, get up and come here. Wait, I do that already. And just come and do this show. That would be my daily routine, which is a terrible thing to do. And I don't recommend that. Wow. Oh, anybody here a Facebook user? Everybody uses Facebook, I imagine. Meta, the parent name for the Facebook situation, their stock plummeted yesterday after a super weak earnings report. It said it lost users for the first time in its history. I find that hard to believe. The social media giant's value plunged by about $237 billion, the biggest one-day loss for a publicly traded company in stock market history. What does anyone remember? I know we got one question already on the on the thing today, but does anyone remember when Facebook was real easy to join and to get on, and it was essentially like just one page, and you had like buttons you could collect, and you meet your friends, you talk to them. It was really easy. There was no super math was involved in Facebook, and now it's like Facebook is a whole. It's part obituary, part high school reunion. I know I use my Facebook more for posting other people's things than my own. Well, what I will do is I'll post the shows that I do,
Yeah.
Definitely. But I'm not on there like talking about people's business and gossiping, but Facebook is a mess. And everybody keeps wanting to I've been wanting to get off of it for years.
Yeah.
I really do. I want off.
I feel like it became very toxic. That's just my opinion. And right around the time the pandemic started, we were in an election year, and the stuff you could the stuff I was seeing every day from the upcoming election and then the pandemic, I just got so sick of it. I distanced myself. I didn't go on there for about 8 months. It is linked to like my Instagram account, so I mean that's the only time I have posts come up, just because if I post stuff on Instagram, pictures on Instagram, it'll pop up. But I rarely go on there. I have, there's people I keep in touch with a little bit on there, and so I'll check in every once in a while. But I try to stay off it as much as I can these days, because I just, like you said, it's just a big mess.
It's a gigantic mess. But yesterday, when I woke up, before I even got like to start doing the work for the show, ran into a friend of mine I hadn't seen since I was a little kid. Well, that's not true. I saw her maybe 10 years ago, but we went to elementary school together. And she had been trying to be a friend of mine on Facebook for a year, and I didn't know. I just happened to go through the line, and we got reconnected, and that was cool. I mean, it's good for that, but I don't need to know about you going through trouble at home, and I don't want to know.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing. That's how I got reconnected with my high school basketball coach.
There you go.
And I check in with it. We'll do a phone call every once. He's actually from where you're from. He grew up in Chicago.
All right.
But yeah, it is good for keeping in touch with people.
Yeah, I can see that. But it is a complete mess. They got to fix it. Run through some of these a little quickly, because I am so curious to hear what people have to say about their crypto relationship status. Tesla, we love Tesla, do we? They recalled more than 817,000 vehicles for a faulty seatbelt chime. They recalled those vehicles in the U.S. because the seatbelt reminder chimes may not sound when the vehicles are started and the driver hasn't buckled up. The recall, sorry, I'm just trying to think, wouldn't you know whether to put your seatbelt on or not without getting a chime reminder? What are we doing? What are we doing? The recall covers the 2021 and 2022 Model S sedan and Model X SUV, as well as the 2017 through 2022 Model 3 sedan and 2020 through 2022 Model Y SUV, according to documents posted Thursday by safety regulators. Federal motor vehicle safety laws require the chimes to sound when vehicles are started, and the sound stops when front belts are buckled. Tesla won't. I'm sorry, wrong thing. I can tell you they're not going to put out any new cars in this year because of chip shortages. The recall documents posted by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration say the problem happens only if the driver left the vehicle in the previous drive cycle while the chime was sounding. Tesla will fix the problem by sending out an over-the-air software update early this month. The safety agency says without the chime, a driver may not know their seatbelt is unbuckled, increasing the risk of injury during a crash. Hold on a second. If I'm driving an electric car, unless my body is trapped and I can't see or move my arms, I know if I have a seatbelt on or not. I know that when I get in the car because I don't have it on. Come on, y'all, help me. That didn't make any sense. None of that made sense. Who's writing these things? My complaint about people writing is justified. I just need someone to write right. That's ridiculous. The Queen is celebrating her 70th anniversary. Oh, I said all that to say, if you have a Tesla, can I get in it and drive it around? I had never driven in an electric vehicle before. I'm sorry, a Tesla before. I'm mad interested in knowing what that feels like to be in a Tesla. I'd like to own a Tesla. That would be fine. If Tesla wants to give me and Gliss a car,
I'd like one.
Hey man, I'm always looking out for you, brother. If they give me one, they got to give you one too.
I've taken a ride in one.
You.
Yeah, I've taken a ride in one. Yeah, they're nice, man. They're really nice.
I've never had the pleasure. I want to.
It was like a 2-minute ride, but it was one of the nicest rides I've ever had.
There are a bunch of them at HP too, man. A bunch of Teslas on it. And I don't know how these people afford them because I know a couple of people who own them, and I'm like, how did you get that Tesla? Elizabeth Alexandra Mary Windsor wasn't born to wear the crown, but destiny intervened. The woman who became Queen Elizabeth II will mark 70 years on the throne Sunday, an unprecedented reign that has made her a symbol of stability as the United Kingdom navigated an age of uncertainty. From her early days as a glamorous young royal in glittering tiaras to her more recent incarnation as the nation's grandmother, the Queen has witnessed the end of the British Empire. Not the death of the British Empire, sir. I had a Black Panther moment. Forgive me. The advent of, and I mean the movie Black Panther. Everybody relax. Stop trying to put words in my mouth. The advent of multiculturalism, the rise of international terrorism, and the challenges posed by Brexit and the COVID-19 pandemic. In a world of relentless change, she has been a constant representing the UK's interests abroad, applauding the nation's successes and commiserating in its failures, and always remaining above the fray of politics. Happy anniversary, Queenie. Good luck. That's it. I got nothing. I'm just saying, good luck to the Queen. Because she's the best. I'm not in England. I don't know. And we're going to end this with this story about Nike suing StockX. If you aren't familiar with StockX, if you're looking for a pair of shoes that you can't find, they're generally on StockX. Well, Nike is suing StockX over sneaker NFTs. They filed this lawsuit February the 3rd in federal court for selling authorized images of Nike shoes, marking the latest lawsuit over NFTs and digital assets. Nike's claim in their is that StockX's vault NFTs infringe on Nike's trademarks and are likely to confuse consumers. The lawsuit seeks unspecified damages and a request for injunctive relief blocking the sale of the NFTs. In the lawsuit, Nike states that StockX began selling unauthorized NFTs of its trademarked sneakers, telling buyers that they would be able to redeem the non-fungible tokens for physical versions of the shoes, quote, in the near future, close quote. To date, and according to StockX's public sales data, over 500 Nike-branded NFTs have been sold so far, with one selling for $7,500. Now, along with, wow, Emily, what did I say? Yes, $7,500. Or is this shut the hell up about the Queen? Which one is it? Or are you telling me to shut the hell up? That's fine. Good luck with that. I love you. You said hello, so hello. I'm so confused. Gliss, help me. She says hello, but then it's shut the hell. It's got to be about the Queen. Haven't been Queen for 70 years.
Yeah, I'm not sure. There was some. I saw the hello, and then at some point.
So if it's 2 minutes later, though, that shut the hell up. That can't be me. I'm just telling the story. I didn't say that. I'm so. You know what, man? It's Friday. It's Friday. Everybody's feeling it. I understand.
Feels good.
It's about the Queen. Woo! I was worried.
I'm glad
Thank you, Emily.
Cleared that up.
I just didn't want it to be about me because I would have been like, "What did I do?" I like being, I'm not saying I need to be perfect. I just want to be, I want everybody to be cool.
I feel like this would also be a very boring show if you just all of a sudden shut the hell up.
Oh man! First of all, what's the point? And second of all, yes, it would be bad. Verinda, thank you for joining the stream. It's your first time. Truly appreciate it. Emily and Marnie and Ashley and Kaylin and Misty. Sometimes I feel like I'm on Romper Room because I'm naming all these names. And Seven and Deborah Verona. Oh, she said I love you too. Thank you. I just, I don't want no smoke, Emily. You're in California. I mean, it's cool vibes. And thank you, Marnie. She said I don't need to ever shut up. Thank you. No one was telling me to shut up. Everybody be cool. Everybody be cool. When we come back, there's a segment that I never remember the name of. It's called the Community Report, or the new name that I'm hoping we get to institute soon. What are we doing? And there's plenty of what are we doing here on this one, boy. We'll be back in a minute. It's The Drive with Mario Smith on Backchannel.tv. had to readjust myself after reading the chat. Excuse me, not readjust myself. No, that's not what I meant. I meant my whole body. I had to get it together. You know. Wow. Well, this afternoon is taking a turn. So, in the spirit of full disclosure, hey, Brian, welcome to the show, my man. It's The Drive with Mario Smith. I'm Mario. That's Gliss down in the corner there. He's in Portland, Oregon. I'm in Chicago, Illinois. Marnie's on the stream as well. Emily has asked Bob. Hey, Bob. Hi, Bob. Remember when I said the drinking game? Hey, Bob. I was hoping you'd come here, Bob. Danielle's on the stream as well. Hey, Danielle. Now Emily's getting real here with me. I don't know you, Emily. I do love you. I don't know you. I love all of you guys. But Emily's asking me a very personal question. Brian's in Jersey. What's up, man? You guys got power. Good. Danielle's in Oklahoma. Hey. I wish I knew what people were saying no to. You don't have power? Oh, she said I'm sexy. Wow. All right. Let's get on with the community report, Gliss, because I don't know how to respond to any compliments about me ever. Let me take a good look at myself because I wasn't looking at me. I cut all my hair off today. There's that. I'm trying to straighten up. There we go. All right. Perfect. I don't know what she sees, but thank you. I got this stupid patchy beard I'm trying to grow. There's another story. Our community report is also called What Are We Doing? And it's happening again. And I'm scared now because now it's happening and it's almost like, well, what are you going to do about it? And it's happening in the same place in Minneapolis. There's body camera footage that shows Minneapolis police carrying a no-knock warrant. And he shot a black man. And attorneys say that he wasn't the target. And this is like 6:48 and 9 seconds in the morning on the 2nd of February. Minneapolis police officers gently placed a key in a city apartment door before bursting through the doorway yelling police search warrant, according to body camera footage released by city officials last night. In the seconds that followed, a black man named Amir Locke, apparently asleep and shown to be holding a gun upon awakening, was shot and killed. Police say he was not named in any search warrants before the entry, and attorneys for the man's family say he was in legal possession of his firearm. Police say the warrant was connected to a homicide investigation. The fatal shooting brings further scrutiny to the use of no-knock warrants and shines a spotlight on a police department that has faced criticism before. Hennepin County Attorney Mike Freeman announced Friday that he asked Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison, a name familiar to most after the George Floyd situation, to join in his review of the shooting. We will be working with the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension to ensure a thorough and complete evaluation, Freeman said in a statement. Thereafter, we will decide together, based on the law and evidence, whether criminal charges should be brought. Ellison, in a separate statement, vowed to conduct a fair and thorough investigation, adding, Amir Locke's life mattered. He was only 22 years old and had his whole life ahead of him. His family and friends must now live the rest of their lives without him. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, a Democrat, on Friday called for changes in the way search warrants are executed in the state. Locke's parents described their law-abiding citizen who respected law enforcement, and community leaders and a gun rights group demanded transparency and accountability in the case. Walz expressed his condolences in a statement. Minnesota made strides last year, passing statewide restrictions on the use of no-knock warrants, he said, calling for additional changes to police policies and practices regarding the execution of search warrants. But the events leading to the death of Amir Locke illustrate the need for further reform, the governor said. In a virtual press conference with civil rights attorney Ben Crump and other lawyers, Locke's parents described their son as an aspiring music industry figure who wanted to help young people. Quote, a mother should never have to see her child executed in that type of manner, close quote, said Locke's mother, Karen Wells. Wells vowed to fight every day to ensure justice for her son. This is disturbing, man. You know, and this is not for nothing, Ever since the brother was murdered in Oklahoma, I have been concerned about, for me personally, about the police kicking my door in, having anything. The young man, Jean was his name, and I can't remember his name now. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. He walked into his house, sat down, closed his door behind him, and a policeman walked into his house and accused him of being in her house. Cops do no-knock warrants. I don't think no-knock warrants aren't legal in Chicago, but I am always leery of someone walking into my house, even though my doors are locked. If a cop wants to get in, if somebody wants to get into your place, they can, I suppose. It's like, well, what the hell are we doing? How is this okay? Amir Locke was 22 years old. He was 22 years old, and it's all right for the cops to not execute, first of all, a proper warrant. Why is no-knock a thing anywhere on earth? And he wasn't even on the complaint. 6-some in the morning. Man, y'all wild. That is crazy to me that happened. I don't understand that, and I never will understand it. And people can get mad at me if they like. I'm not saying I don't support the police getting the person. Just get the right person. If you're investigating a homicide, all your information is supposed to be exact. That never happens, but it happened. Here's another one. What are we doing? Greg McMichael, the man who initiated the chase that ended in the shooting of Ahmaud Arbery, won't plead guilty to a federal hate crime in the 2020 killing of the unarmed black man, according to a legal filing late Thursday. Greg McMichael reversed his plan to plead guilty in the federal case days after a U.S. District Court judge rejected terms of a plea deal that was met with passionate objections by Arbery's parents. McMichael's defense attorney said in a legal notice filed jointly with prosecutors that McMichael plans to stand trial for a second time in Arbery's death. Are you stupid? It's done. Who's approving? What the hell? McMichael, along with his son Travis McMichael and a neighbor William Rade Bryan, were convicted of murder in a Georgia state court last fall and sentenced to life in prison. Separate from that case, the three white men were also indicted in U.S. District Court on charges that they violated Arbery's civil rights and targeted him because he was black. Travis McMichael was scheduled for a plea hearing Friday morning to announce whether he would move forward with a guilty plea in the federal case. The McMichaels had been warned by the judge that she would not guarantee their sentence if they chose to plead guilty. Jury selection in the federal case is set to begin on Monday. Why are they having another trial? We've settled this issue. How many lives in jail can they spend? It's cool. Whatever. Done. Bye. Here's another one. Sarah Palin. Why did I pick this story? Bliss didn't pick this. I did. She's back in court now after her battle with COVID. Some battle. She went back to the same restaurant 2 days after she found out she had COVID. And she's starting to not look good anymore. Or maybe it's those gigante glasses that she's got on. I'm looking at this picture here and I'm disturbed. No mask. She's out here willy-nilly, papers exposed. She's carrying, it looks like, she doesn't even have like a leather bag. Didn't she used to be a governor? Couldn't she secure those papers so they don't get wet? Because clearly it's snowing or raining in New York. I'm just mad at everything now. I was so happy earlier. Got proposed to on a chat. Sarah Palin's libel suit against the New York Times went to trial yesterday in a case over the former Alaska governor's claims the newspaper damaged her reputation with an editorial linking her campaign rhetoric to a mass shooting. The trial is a rare example of a jury deciding the validity of a persistent refrain from Palin and other Republicans that a biased news media is willing to bend the truth to make conservatives look bad. Hey, hi, I'm Mario Smith. You don't need help. Thank you. That's my TED Talk. I'm glad you all came. What's going on here? Gliss, it's an ice storm happening. And although pretty, it's extremely dangerous. About 350,000 homes and businesses lost power across the U.S. yesterday as freezing rain and snow weighed down tree limbs and encrusted power lines, part of a winter storm that caused a deadly tornado in Alabama, dumped more than a foot of snow in parts of the Midwest, and brought rare measurable snowfall and hundreds of power outages to parts of Texas. Storm conditions also caused headaches for travelers across the country as airlines canceled more than 9,000 flights scheduled for Thursday or today in the United States. The highest total of power outages blamed on icy or downed power lines were concentrated in Tennessee, Arkansas, Texas, and Ohio, but the path of the storm stretched further from the central U.S. into the south and northeast on Thursday. Heavy snow is expected from the southern Rockies to the northern New England, while forecasters say heavy ice was likely from Pennsylvania to New England today. Parts of Ohio, New York, and northern New England are expected to see heavy snowfall as the storm moves to the east, with 12 to 18 inches of snow possible in some places today. However, ice accumulations were expected to be the primary hazard from central and eastern Pennsylvania through the Catskill Mountains of New York to New England. Please be careful, passengers, if you are living on the East Coast. Please be careful. Please be careful. Okay, I think I figured out what the dashboard is saying today. Here we go. Brian says no, and I think he's saying no to Emily saying I'm sexy. Now, Caleb, who's on here, I'm just trying to it's like a little soap opera we got happening. Caleb says, I'm drinking tequila. Happy Friday, my friend. You must have did that when Bob was announced. John is joined the stream in Oregon. Thank you. Reagan is here too. Thank you. Kobe Roll Tide is here. And Kobe says it wasn't Mari. I don't know what that means. And then Marnie says, I don't understand that restaurant that had her back twice and she's not vaccinated. I know. Helping to make a sense of all this is my friend Gliss. Wait, let me do one more story first. If you live in Michigan, in Detroit, there will be a road that will charge an electric car while you're driving. Now we're talking. Okay, what are we doing? How come everybody else isn't doing this? It's 2022. An Israeli startup plans to build about 1 mile of pavement in Michigan that will wirelessly charge electric vehicles as drivers roll past, marking a first of its kind infrastructure project in the U.S. Electron, based in Yanai, and I know I said that wrong, won a contract with the state to build the charging road system near downtown Detroit, Governor Whitmer said on Tuesday. Electron uses special coils embedded in pavement that send magnetic frequency to a charging pad beneath the vehicle. Whenever electric car cruises along that pavement or stops on the road, the battery gets charged. The approach is similar to how wireless charging pads send juice to your cell phone. The coils do not react to or harm gas-powered vehicles, according to Electron. Electron's Road in the Motor City will be able to charge all electric vehicles, including electric buses. Part of the system will be finished and ready for use next year, the company said in a statement. State officials didn't reveal how much the project will cost, but said the state's transportation department will contribute $1.9 million and Electron will foot the rest. That sounds like a solid idea, going an electric road. My only question, if I roll down this electric road, any chance of me getting hurt? Am I going to be able to ride through? You know, I'm in an electric car doing my thing. I can't hear anything because it's an electric car. Everything's all silent. And I roll over this electric road to recharge my car. How does it affect the performance of my car? Me? Is it like 5G? Is something going to happen? Okay, hey, Gliss, let's talk to the folks in the chat here because this is getting real. Darlene, thank you. Nicole, thank you. This is your first time. I appreciate you being here, Nicole. I truly do. Thank you very much. And Kobe is saying, am I in my house? Kobe, yes, I am in my house. What is he seeing that I can't see? Okay, yeah, this is my house. That's my bass guitar right there. There's my bookcase. There's a painting by hold on. There we go. That painting, it's a collage actually by a great artist here in Chicago, Raymond Anthony Thomas. No, I'm not taking it off my wall. That's all my junk on my counter, including another bottle of pomegranate juice right there. That's what I clean my records with, that yellow thing. Stools. My ottoman with Hot Wheels for a friend of mine's kids. There's my garbage can. Right there. Boxes I have not opened yet. My chalkboard to remind me of stuff before I walk out of that door. Closet. That is, are you digging this, Gliss, my tour? That is my door leading into where my bedroom is, behind that wall. And that, wait, how do I do this? That is outside. That leads to a balcony that if you go on it, you could have certain peril. If you do like I did a few nights ago and I had a couple of drinks and went on the balcony, which is a no-no. Jay Gliss, where are you? Oh, now I can't hear you. Uh-oh. Okay. I thought I lost my friend Gliss. But I'm not throwing it to any, we're not tossing it to a transition until I hear from you again. I need to make sure you're okay. Or are you on this chat with all these people? Kobe, you want to know a lot about what's in these boxes? Stuff. I can't tell you. I got stuff in those boxes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
I got you now.
Well, that was exciting. I don't know what has been happening for the last 5 minutes, but I have no clue what was going on with the show because my every single light, computer, and everything else went completely out.
Sweet. Happy Friday.
Yeah, I lost all power.
Wow. I guess we were still on.
It says the stream's going, and I see let's see. I see Cole just checked in, and Kobe just asked about the boxes at 1:59. So I think we're good.
I don't know why Kobe needs to know what's in my boxes.
I just randomly disappeared. You were still here, so that's good.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right. Well, then you know what? Let's disappear together and come back with "Have No Fear, the Camera's Here" and the headlines for the afternoon, and to figure out what's going on in Oregon there. Gliss disappearing. You're watching The Drive on Backchannel.tv, YouTube, and on your Amazon-supported devices. We thank you very much. We'll be back with the top of the hour just in a few moments. Hey, what's up? Hey, everybody. Welcome to The Drive with Mario Smith. I'm Mario Smith. This is Backchannel.tv. You're listening to us on your Amazon supported devices and you're watching us on YouTube. Gary and Michael Lockett here in Illinois. What's up, fellas? What's happening? Amanda, Deborah, Verona in New Hampshire, Sunny in Indiana, Bella in Northern Virginia, Nathan, and sometimes C in Texas, J-Lo in New York. Ginger is joining us for the first time. What's up, Ginger? Hey, Austin, how you doing? Jerry, Kobe, my man, Rota, Nicole, Darlene, Marnie, Emily, who has been really saying some nice things to me. Cole in South Carolina. Cole, I still want to know what city in South Carolina. Brian in New Jersey. Reagan, John in Oregon. Kobe, as I said, in Alabama. And Ginger is in New York City, New York State. But I'm hoping it's one of I have cousins in White Plains. Yes, I do. Welcome to the show. Jake Blitz is joining us in Portland, Oregon. He is the producer of this fine program. Hello, sir.
How's it going?
I'm getting texts from people trying to call me when they know that I'm on the air.
Oh, yeah.
I must say, I'm sorry. I'm
texting you.
No, you did, and I just saw it. That was a good one. I missed it. Well, I got my phone on Do Not Disturb. I've got everything on Do Not Disturb, so I didn't hear it with good reason. But the thing you played during our transition with the record, I love that.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's nice and simple.
Yeah, it's so cool. And the song is,
I like that one too.
Emily, stop talking to me. I guess I didn't move quick enough. Can't miss what you never had. I'm sorry, Emily. I'll try to move quicker next time. Some of the headlines taking place at the top of the hour. Michael Avenatti has been convicted of wire fraud and aggravated identity theft for stealing from Stormy Daniels, the adult film star. Apparently, he took $300,000 without her knowing about it, and he will be sentenced on May 24th. News Corps says that the Wall Street Journal and the New York Post were targeted by hackers. Mandiant, a cybersecurity company, said it had reason to believe that the breach was an example of China's vast and ongoing cyber espionage operation. And finally, a California couple was rescued after 2 months trapped in a California cabin because of heavy snow. The couple was recovered, if you will, on Tuesday. Wow. Can you imagine that? 2 months trapped in a cabin. You ran out of food. You had to call somebody. Should you have been making that call before you ran out of food? I'm trying to understand that story because, again, I don't know who writes these things, but I am baffled. That doesn't make any sense to me. What do I know? It is time, high time, past time for us to be a little early today on Friday. We can dismiss this class, sooner than later. It's time to talk some entertainment talk. If you're ready, quick transition time. It's time for Have No Fear, as I give Gliss a chance to set up because he didn't know I was going to do that. Have no fear. The camera's here. He said, no camera. Oh, he might have went out again. All right, something's going on in Portland. Fear not, I'm pretty good at this. We're gonna start the show anyway and talk about. Let me check with my man. Hold on, I'm about to text Liz. Because it may just be me and you. This also gives me a chance to talk to our folks here. Oops. Let's go to the chat, see what's happening. I'm always encouraged. Yes, Kobe, you know what? I do have this. And Austin's here, and Ginger's here, and Jerry's here. I'll figure it out. I know how to read. It's all good. And there's apparently a power outage of some sort happening in Portland. So let's just move on. Have no fear, the camera's here. Imagine that it went off the screen and then it came off and I hid it. And I came back. Hi, everybody. Such and such and blah, blah, blah. And I'm here and we're doing it. Yeah, he's saying he's having all kinds of weird stuff happening to him there in Portland. So let's just get it moving. Although this is quite interesting too, not having Bliss here and me trying to run this myself, and I will. Netflix has a new program, and it has exposed a simmering tension in Egyptian society. Netflix's first ever Arabic language film, Perfect Strangers, was a smash hit in the Middle East when it dropped last month. The film itself is not particularly groundbreaking. It's a remake of a 2016 Italian movie and tells the story of a dinner among friends gone awry as a party game reveals their deepest secrets. But since its January 20th release, its themes and depictions of sexuality and cursing have sparked a wave of controversies and intrigue, especially in Egypt, where public outrage and calls from conservative leaders to ban the film have been mounting. According to Egyptian film critic Joseph Fahim, the backlash reflects an internal tug of war in Egypt as the country struggles to preserve traditional social values while also striving to appear open and democratic on the international stage. And by the way, Gliss, whenever you do pop up again, just pop on and let me know because I can't see you because I'm reading, because that's what I do. According to Egypt, I'm sorry. So what's going on here is a big question, right? The film's star-studded cast has been copping criticism in some quarters ever since it's released, but the harshest backlash has been focused on the lone Egyptian cast member Mona Zaki. Zaki is one of the most beloved actresses in Egypt who made a career out of playing the roles of the girl next door, Fahim told NPR. This is the one film where you see her really getting out of her shell, and she is stunning. Zaki's character, Mariam, is a married woman who is revealed to be having an affair, is seen cursing, and in one scene removes her underwear from her dress, though no nudity was shown. Thousands of Egyptians expressed their dismay online, criticizing her for what they view as representing Egyptian women negatively. Zaki's role upset a lot of people who hit the internet and social media, attacking her and attacking her husband and asking him to divorce her. It's been insanity, Fahim said. The backlash against Zaki is connected to deeply rooted issues of misogynism in Egypt, Fahim said, as most of the vocal critics were men who could not accept such a depiction of Egyptian women. The film has also drawn criticism for the inclusion of a gay character, Rabi, played by Faoud Yamain. He was being portrayed in a sympathetic way. The movie does not condemn him at all, Fahim said. A lot of conservative commentators saw this as what they branded as normalization with homosexuality. Homosexuality is not technically illegal in Egypt, but it is still widely condemned in society, and members of the LGBTQ community have faced regular persecution and abuse from Egyptian security forces in recent years, according to a report from Human Rights Watch. This is wild that this film is causing this much controversy. And Gliss is calling me. Hold on. Okay, Gliss is out. This show may go longer tonight than normal. I could call him. Okay, should I call Gliss on the phone, everybody? Because he's having a problem. If you're in the chat on backchannel.tv, you want to hear? Should I call Gliss right now? But he's trying to fix it. That'll be really stupid for me to call him while he's trying to fix a problem. So we won't do that. But yeah, this is interesting stuff here. I have not seen the film, but I am sure it's going to hit an American Netflix screen near you soon. Wow. There's any gamers out there? Guess what? There's a new Grand Theft Auto game coming from Rockstar. You would think that they would have had enough doing this, but apparently not. And, should be interesting. GTA 5 was a smash hit and became the second best selling video game of all time. No wonder they want to do it again. And Rockstar Games today gave the news that fans have been waiting years to hear a new Grand Theft Auto game is in development. Not much was shared about the new installment in the widely popular and controversial game franchise, but the company said it would have more information sooner rather than later. Many of you have been asking about a new entry in the Grand Theft Auto series, Rockstar said in a message posted to social media. With every new project, our goal is always to significantly move beyond what we've previously delivered. We're pleased to confirm that active development for the next entry in the series is underway. We look forward to sharing as soon as we are ready, so please stay tuned to the Rockstar Newswire for official details. On behalf of our entire team, we thank you all for your support and cannot wait to step into the future with you. The last entry in the franchise was Grand Theft Auto 5, which was initially released in 2013. Wow. The online component to the game has had several updates through the years. Naturally, whenever a new update dropped, there would be a slew of fans who asked when the brand new game was coming. A version of GTA 5 will soon be available on the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series XS. GTA 5 was a smash hit and became the second best selling video game of all time and the top selling game of the last decade by total dollar sales. The franchise has also found itself in the crosshairs of controversy a number of times for its brutal violence and themes. I haven't played. Gee whiz. I haven't played GTA in such a long time. I'm trying to think the last time I played that game. Wow. Might have been in like the early 2000s. And I just found it's pardon me, there's only so much punching of a person I can do. And I'm good. I don't need to do that all the time. Gliss is still working on our problem, by the way. If folks are interested, just keep it together. We move on because that's what we do. Has anyone seen the new Jackass Forever yet? It's going to be good. No, I guess you haven't seen it because it's going up against Moonfall, which the reviews are in on Moonfall. And ooh boy, it doesn't sound very good or entertaining. I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep my boy posted here. The R-rated pick is widely expected to beat Roland Emmerich's sci-fi disaster movie Moonfall at the box office this weekend. It started its domestic box office run because it started last night, as a matter of fact. So I can ask again, has anyone seen Jackass Forever yet? It started off with a very hearty $1.7 million in one-day sales, getting previews from 2,560 locations. That's a strong start considering there were hundreds of cinema closures due to a major winter storm that moved through the Midwest. Most of those theaters are expected to open today. Paramount Pictures, MTV Entertainment, and Dick Productions are reviving Johnny Knoxville's slapstick gross-out comedy franchise after a 12-year hiatus from the big screen. The R-rated film, which will be playing in roughly 3,600 theaters by today, is tracking to open in the mid-teens. Like many other franchise installments, Jackass Forever will have a hard time matching the last film, Jackass 3D, due to the ongoing pandemic, but cost only a modest $10 million to produce. Jackass Forever, which reunites many members of the original crew, stars Johnny Knoxville, Steve-O, Chris Pontius, Dave England, Wee Man, Danger Aaron, Preston Lacey, Sean Poopies McInerney, Zach Holmes, Eric Manaka, and Rachel Wolfson, and a bunch of cameos, Eric Andre, a bunch of people. This is an R-rated movie. The big budget film Moonfall, which cost $138 million to produce, hopes to clear $8 million to $10 million in its domestic debut after earning $700,000 in Thursday previews. Moonfall stars Halle Berry, Patrick Wilson, John Bradley, Michael Pena, Charlie Plummer, Kelly Yu, and Donald Sutherland. I'm going to take a very educated guess and say to you that there's no way in the world that Moonfall is going to beat Jackass. I just don't see it. One of our passengers, MGJ1S, is saying that some of the carjackers say GTA is their training course. Absolutely. That I totally believe that. And it's also kind of odd that that video game has such a strong hold on young people. It's I don't get it. I mean, let me not say I don't get it. I got to stop saying that because that's a really arbitrary thing to say. I get it, and I can see how, because it's just exactly how to do it. The problem with that, unlike that game, people tend to fire back, or they could if they are capable, and that makes games like that super dangerous in that regard. But it's not going to stop Rockstar. If they made all that money, they're going to keep on pushing those games out because that is what they do. So yeah, Jackass Forever. We will see. Real quick, Netflix is unveiling its 2022 film slate, and it started with first footage of Knives Out 2 and The Gray Man. Knives Out was nice. I don't know how you do that the second time. That's crazy. But it's coming. And we can go through that 2022 list very quickly. Here we go. Netflix's genre-spanning slate includes musicals, action spectacles, and romantic comedies and spooky thrillers with projects on schedule from Ryan Reynolds. Can't say it. Ryan Reynolds, Halle Berry, Judd Apatow, Jamie Foxx, Greta Gerwig, Eddie Murphy, Jennifer Lopez. J-Lo, you making a movie on Netflix? Sweet. Jordan Peele, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, and other A-listers. In a new sizzle reel released yesterday, Netflix showcased first looks at Jason Momoa as a half-man, half-beast in Slumberland, Guillermo del Toro's stop-motion musical fantasy Pinocchio, a sleuthing Millie Bobby Brown in Enola Holmes 2, a sleuthing Daniel Craig in Knives Out 2, Lindsay Lohan's grand return in Falling for Christmas, and an Adam Sandler full feature for the ages in Hustle and Spaceman. The 3-minute teaser also features several major stars staring down the camera to wax poetic about the magic of watching movies at home. Quote, "In here is the great big world," close quote, says Chris Hemsworth. "We can go to places your dreams can't dream of," Momoa offers, "or see things that give you nightmares, Fox posts. In here," Barry promises, "you can make an incredible discovery." Kerry Washington calls In Here Netflix's vast queue, presumably, the great big world where Charlize Theron concludes every night is movie night. Here's a complete list of those upcoming feature films that are going to be released this year. And you know what? This doesn't really help without the names of who's doing what. I'll go to the comedy. Big Bug, The Bubble, Knives Out 2, Me Time, Metal Lord, Senior Year, The Takedown, Tyler Perry's Medea Homecoming, You People. Okay. No Dave Chappelle this year, it looks like. Or yet. So there's that and much, much more coming from Netflix in 2022. Okay, let's check on Gliss. And hey, passengers, how you doing? Debbie joined the stream. Jennifer's on the stream. Ginger, Austin, Jerry, and all of our passengers. Peace. Welcome. We appreciate you. Hey, Gliss.
Hey, what's up? I'm on an alternative method right now because I don't know what kind of craziness is going on.
Wow, you're on a phone?
I am.
I can tell. You're a little bit smaller, but I can tell. Man, you scared me. I had been guard reading this stupid thing, and there you are.
Yeah, and I'm still having issues. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I thought maybe there was I had a power outage, and then 10 minutes later, my internet cut off, and I tried calling, but they don't even recognize my phone number anymore. So I don't know what's going on, and they told me to go online and talk to a virtual agent, but I can't get online. So
okay, so we're not doing transitions. I'm just going to the next thing.
If you want to take a break real quick, I think I can pull it off on my phone, and then I'm going to keep working on the issues. If I disappear for a little bit, that's why. But
okay, let's take a small break. We'll come back. We'll play ball. This is wild as we're doing all this on the go. Oh, happy Friday, baby. This is what Friday's all about. We'll be back in a minute on a show that never ends, apparently. It's The Drive with Mario Smith and Gliss on the phone. And we'll be back, hopefully, in just a moment. If we don't come back for some reason, chef's kiss. I love you all. welcome to the drive with Mario Smith. I'm Mario Smith. We're about to have sports in a moment. Yeah, Jake Bliss is having some issues with tech in Portland, so it's me and you. So here's where you come in, passengers. I need your help. We all got to do this together for the next 40-something minutes. Maybe not that long, but hopefully. You guys get on the chat at backchannel.tv and talk to me and tell me what you're doing on this wonderful Friday night. What are your Friday night plans? You guys going out to dinner with your significant other? Are you staying home, watching some sports, hanging out with your friends? If you can hang out with COVID and all. Bliss is now outside. What?
So yeah, I don't know what's going on. Apparently, my wife just got home. She said that the gas company is down the street, like tearing everything up. So I don't know if that has something to do with it. She said the road's all torn up. But here we are.
All right. Well, you're outside. I was just asking if the people were outside or not. And it looks like you're getting a jump on your Friday, buddy. My man Gary T here in Illinois says he's staying at home. Who else here? Debbie just joined the stream. Debbie, what are your plans for this evening? Jennifer, what about you? What are you doing? I'm not trying to ask you guys out. I just want to know what you're doing. Kobe, man, what is your plan for this evening? Debbie is in Maryland, by the way. Cool. Kevin, what are you doing tonight? What are you guys doing tonight? It's Friday. What are you doing? Where are you going? All right, I'm going to proceed to play ball, Bliss, because this is what we do. Boy, we need an extra reward for being adept on our feet here. We'll talk about the Winter Olympics and all that cool stuff in just a moment. There is a lot here. I want to ask you guys first. You know what? Wait, let me just do this in order, at least start out in order. A reporter who broke the gender barrier in NHL locker rooms has passed away. Robin Herman has died at the age of 70. She was a gender barrier breaking reporter for the New York Times, the first female journalist to interview players in the locker room after an NHL game. Her husband, Paul Horvitz, told the newspaper Herman died Tuesday at their home in the Boston suburb of Waltham, Massachusetts, from ovarian cancer. Robin was a Swiss Army knife reporter. She covered fires and AIDS, gold madness in the Diamond District, and Iran hostages, homelessness, and hippie communal living, the former Times editor recalled in a series of tweets Thursday as condolences and remembrances poured in on social media. Herman was a hockey reporter covering the New York Islanders when she and another female reporter were allowed to interview players in the locker room, as their male counterparts were commonly permitted to do following the 1975 All-Star Game in Montreal. Herman, in a piece for the Times a few weeks later, recalled how she hoped her mini sports history moment would go quietly unnoticed. Instead, the locker room quickly devolved into a circus scene as players scrambled for towels and photographers scrambled for cameras, and the two female reporters suddenly were the news of the hour, she wrote. It was an important moment, for it loudly heralded the fact that female sports writers are a reality and they must be dealt with, Herman wrote. Rest in peace, Robin Herman, and thank you for your service, because the world is a better place because we have women who write about sports. I said it. There you go. Deal with it. You guys will be okay. Kobe said he's going out on Sunday. Okay. Where you going? I've got to go. I'm not waiting for Sunday, brother. Gliss is already out. He's outside because something crazy is happening in Portland. And we don't need anything happening to my guy. Need him to be. I cannot wait. We have a conversation after the show. I am so excited to talk to Bliss when this is over, because you all won't hear it, but it promises to be probably one of our more interesting conversations. She lost this dinner with her 85 to 88-year-old parents. Cool. That's what's up. That sounds nice. Are you making the dinner, Margie? What are you making? I'm hungry. Are you in Illinois? I could always use some food. Let's talk about China real quick. China, which used its first Olympics to amplify its international aspirations, invited the world back on Friday, sort of, for the pandemic-era second games, this time as an emboldened and more powerful nation whose government's authoritarian turn provoked some countries' leaders into staying home. Chinese President Xi Jinping declared the games open during a ceremony heavy on ice blue tones and winter imagery held in the same lattice-encased bird's nest stadium that hosted the inaugural event of the 2008 Summer Olympics. I didn't realize that. That's right. It's the same. It's in China again. With the flame lit, Beijing became the first city to host both winter and summer games. And while some are staying away from the second pandemic Olympics in 6 months, many other world leaders attended the opening ceremony, most notable Russian President Vladimir Putin, who met privately with Xi earlier in the day as a dangerous standoff unfolded at Russia's border with Ukraine. IOC President Thomas Bach addressed assembled athletes, "Dear fellow Olympians, your Olympic stage is set." The pandemic also weighs heavily on this year's games, just as it did last summer in Tokyo. More than 2 years after the first COVID-19 cases were identified in China's Hubei province, some 700 miles south of Beijing, nearly 6 million human beings have died, and hundreds of millions more around the world have been sickened by COVID-19. Yet the Olympics marches on. They will be taking place during 3 major sporting events: the NBA All-Star Game, the NHL All-Star Game, and the Pro Bowl. Pro Bowl and All-Star Game this weekend. And Super Bowl. That's a lot. And they're risking it, but, I don't know what, I guess internationally, but everybody watches the Super Bowl. It's not like, that's a tough one. We'll see what happens. I'll be watching the All-Star Game this weekend, the NHL All-Star Weekend. I want to see it. I'm curious to see how this is going to go down. The NFL is in a bit of trouble. We just mentioned the Super Bowl is happening, the Pro Bowl this week. Goodell is being pressured by Congress to release what is known as the Washington Report. Former Washington Commanders and former Washington football team employees and members of Congress pressured the NFL and Commissioner Roger Goodell on Thursday to release a report about the team's history of sexual harassment and its sexist, hostile workplace culture. They said the team and owner Dan Snyder have not been held accountable for their misdeeds. One of the 6 former employees who spoke before the House Committee on Oversight and Reform also came forward with a new allegation that she was sexually harassed by Snyder himself, which Snyder denied. Complaints about the team's treatment of female employees first surfaced in 2020. Snyder commissioned an investigation into the team's workplace environment that was taken over by the NFL. The probe by attorney Beth Wilkinson's firm led the league to fine Washington $10 million, and Snyder temporarily ceded day-to-day operations of the team to his wife, Tanya. But the league did not release any details of the Wilkinson investigation's findings, and former employees who spoke Thursday noted the contrast to the way the NFL handled an investigation into allegations that quarterback Tom Brady deflated footballs. When the investigation of the air pressure of Tom Brady's football concludes with a 200-plus page report, but the investigation into 2 decades of sexual harassment concludes with nothing, it shows the NFL's complete lack of respect towards women, their employees, and for the culture of our country, said Emily Applegate, who worked in the team's marketing department and said she was sexually harassed daily by her direct superior. In 2020, in the wake of the killing of George Floyd and widespread protests about systemic racism, the team dropped its longtime name Redskins amid pressure from sponsors to get rid of a moniker that was criticized for decades for being offensive to Native Americans. The franchise was known as the Washington Football Team until Wednesday, when Snyder announced his new name, the Commanders. And if that's not enough, they're being sued by Brian Flores. They're also in the midst of maybe what is the best playoff run in decades. And nobody's talking about the Super Bowl. And it's hard to imagine that the NFL is so far over its skis that they can't get this together to get you and me to talk about the game that is happening next week, Sunday. Quick question for the people on our chat and our passengers. Do you care about the Super Bowl next week? How involved are you in it? And we can keep the conversation going, by the way, after the show. You can follow me on Twitter. There you go. at Mario and Hyde Park, all lowercase. How engaged are you in the Super Bowl? Isabella, it's your first time here. Welcome. Kobe says he just watches halftime. This is going to be an interesting halftime this year. Isabella's in Antarctica? That doesn't make sense. It says Arctica. Okay. Hey, Isabella. How you doing? I'm interested in the Super Bowl, but that's going to be a tough one. That is going to be a tough one. And I mean, I don't have a dog in the fight. The two teams I thought that were going to go aren't. And my team is never going. The Bears. Gliss's squad, the 49ers aren't going. I'm just not. I don't know how interested I am in it. And I dare ask if Mr. Jay Gliss is around. What do you think? Are you excited about the Super Bowl, Gliss? Oh, you're in another place. What is going on? How many locations are you in?
I'm just trying to find a spot where I can actually have a reliable internet connection. So now I'm on my laptop. Usually I'm on my desktop in my workspace in the garage. I don't know what the issue is. So I'm hanging out with Milo in my living room now.
We get to see your house now. That's fair.
That's right. As far as the Super Bowl, I mean, I'll pay attention a little bit. I'm actually going to be traveling that day.
Cool.
And I think I'm landing on the East Coast right around the time the game starts. I'm a little more interested in the halftime show, honestly.
Yeah. I'm there with you. I feel like the halftime show will have its it will have people thinking one thing. Just what we said the other day, though. I trust Dr. Dre to make sure that he has informed everyone involved. If you curse on TV, I will fine you myself. And since Dr. Dre is a bit of a gangster, I'd be a little like, I don't want to piss him off. So I'm going to make it happen. And, speaking of that, man, there are great exotic prop bets for the Super Bowl. I don't gamble. But if I did, here we go. These are some of the best Super Bowl exotic prop bets. In what will happen first odds, a touchdown is a plus 105 underdog to a minus 135 for a sack before a touchdown. Cincinnati and Los Angeles' offensive lines are two of the weaker groups they have, especially the Bengals, because the Bengals' offensive line is terrible. And the defensive lines are both great. That's the recipe for plenty of sacks. At minus 135, I think there's a great value for Aaron Donald or Von Miller getting to Joe Burrow before either of these squads can nab a touchdown. That's not bad. Okay, let's see what else. I'm trying to find the fun ones. Here we go. Well, I'm not going to read all of them, but these are the 56 exotic props for Super Bowl. Will any word be forgotten in the national anthem? Will the Super Bowl 56 MVP mention, what will he mention first in his speech? Teammates, God, family or family members, city, coach, owner, doesn't mention any of it. I believe he will say God first.
I think it depends on who it is.
If the MVP is Aaron Donald, he's not going to mention any of that. He's going to talk about himself, about how great he is. No, I'm kidding. I don't know Aaron Donald. Somebody's going to say, if it's one of the Bengals, they say the city first.
Yeah.
I would. Come on. I'm saying Cincinnati. Even though Cincinnati. The score in the first minute of the game is one. Will any player propose to his girlfriend on the field after the game? Absolutely. Because nobody knows when to do that better than at a Super Bowl after a game. Last place I'm proposing. What will happen to the price of Bitcoin during the Super Bowl? It goes up or will it go down? Will any player be ejected for throwing a punch or fighting? Plus 800 odds that it will happen and a minus 2,000 that it won't. Will either kicker hit the upright or crossbar on a missed field goal or extra point attempt? Let's see, where's some other ones? How many times will Roger Goodell be shown? Which commercial is going to play first? Rakuten or WeatherTech? My money, they're both even at 115, minus 115. My money's on WeatherTech, Chicago, Illinois company. And then there's other ones. How many commercials will have a dog in them? Over 6.5 commercials or under 6.5 commercials? And this is the ones that I was interested in. Will the halftime show have professional on-stage dancers? What do you think, Gliss? Gone. All right.
I'm gonna say, yeah. I mean, I gotta think there's something going on, especially during Mary J. Blige's part. I don't know.
Now I understand the dancers are getting paid if they're dancers. We'll see. Will the halftime show have a wardrobe malfunction? That's never happening again. You bet yes on that, you're gonna lose your money. That'll never happen again. That was pretty much taken care of. Those are some of the many bets for the Super Bowl. And one of the ones that I thought would be on there isn't who's going to curse, or will there be profanity? Because some of those songs, unless they do all new ones, he's going to have to cover it up. I don't know how many of you have saw what's happening here in Chicago with the Chicago Blackhawks and and the just absolute disrespect of Kyle Beach, who was, for all intents and purposes, raped by a member of Blackhawks staff a few years ago. Out in this past year, and Rocky Wirtz, the chairman of the board of the Blackhawks, at a town hall meeting, decided that he was going to get mad at a reporter for talking about, or not even talking about it. He asked him a question that had nothing to do with it, and Rocky Wirtz blew up on him, snapped out on him. And then another reporter from the Chicago Tribune asked a question. He went off on him, and he was just very disrespectful and mean, and people were calling for him to step down. And I'm telling you, I haven't watched the Blackhawk game all year because I'm just over it. And I'm not an advocate of people being raped. So to know that a young man was raped, sexually abused, whatever you want to call it, by a member of their staff, and they all ignored it for 10 years, and then it came out this year, that is just frightening. And I have a hard time wrapping my mind around what kind of behavior do you have to have in order to not see how important it is for people to know, if I have a child that's coming into your program, whether it's college, professional, minor league, whatever, are they safe? I don't care how old that kid is he safe? Can you guarantee me that he will be okay and no harm is going to come to him at the hands of some crazy person that wants to try to sexually abuse my kid? And if you can't guarantee that, I don't want my kid there. Wayne Gretzky on the NHL on TNT said as much. He's got a kid that will probably be a pro player very, very soon. He's 18 years old, and he's pretty good from what I understand. And if the Blackhawks show interest in him, they are going to have to tell the greatest hockey player that ever lived if they can guarantee that kid's safety. And Rocky Wirtz literally and figuratively blew it. And it's a sad moment in Chicago sports history, and I'm not making that up. It's sad. And he really blew it. I don't know how many of you saw the viral video of a man choking a referee, a basketball coach. That coach has been fired. He lost his job. And it looks like the referee was trying to choke him back. Good on him. Youth basketball coach in California was fired this week after he choked out a referee during a game in an incident that was captured on video. TMZ reports the altercation took place on Saturday at the Sports Academy in Thousand Oaks when the coach of the Cavs youth basketball's 10U team lost his cool after he was hit with 2 technical fouls. A heated confrontation ensued, at which point the coach began to choke the referee. The viral video shows the coach had his hands around the ref's neck for several seconds before another referee came to his defense, throwing a punch at the attacker. The clip ends with the ref and coach both locked on one another. Daryl McDonald, the founder of the Cavs organization, told TMZ that the altercation was broken up a few moments after. After conducting an investigation into the incident, McDonald fired the coach on Sunday. It was unfortunate, McDonald said. Our program has been around for 30 years, and before it even went viral, the coach was no longer part of our program. It's completely unacceptable to behave that way in front of our youth. There's no excuse. I don't care what someone says to you. You have to find a better way to handle that particular situation. Let me tell you something. On the real, for real, if you put your hands on me and I'm refereeing a game, I'm also going to lose my job. If I own that team or if I'm the person in charge of that team, he would have lost his job on the court. And I would make sure that he would never, ever coach again anywhere. You're not doing that. No. No. Gliss, if you're reffing a game and a coach reaches his hands out to choke you, I am quite sure you're not going to let him choke you. I don't even know if Gliss can hear what I'm saying. No. There you go. Back in another location again.
Back outside. Yeah.
I should have just followed you around. I shouldn't have read anything. I should have just had the camera on you, just following you around, trying to see where you're going.
Yeah, yeah, that's not happening.
No, hell no.
If that happens, there's going to be a major problem.
You're not about to go, son. You're not about to do it. You're not about to try to choke me. Are you kidding? That's it. I'm losing my job. That referee, and he was a little dude. He wasn't a big man. That coach was a big guy. Well, how mad are you? It's youth basketball. It ain't the NBA. This isn't college. Cora, I appreciate the compliment. I'm hilarious. The H is missing. Austin and Andrew and everybody. Hey, no, man. Hell no. That's out. Sorry, son. You're not about to do that to me. No. Oh, and just to add to that Blackhawks story, there may be 3 more new lawsuits relating to a sexual assault cover-up, which is what people are saying got Rocky all upset. The MLB lockout continues. No signs of that ending soon. Don't think it's going to last forever, though. It's a nice slate of games tonight in the NBA. All-Star weekend begins tonight in the NHL. They have their All-Star game tomorrow on Saturday. The Pro Bowl 22 begins on Sunday. The skills competition has been taking place currently, and the Senior Bowl and all that cool stuff is taking place now. There's a lot more stuff in sports, but we don't have enough time. And that's sports. When we come back, we'll be front of mind. There's no fancy intro on it. I'll just be coming back. It's The Drive with Mario Smith here on Backchannel.tv and wherever Gliss might be walking around Portland, Oregon at the moment. And there's no Hey, everybody. Welcome back to The Drive. I wasn't looking at the screen, but okay, cool. We did come back because there's no opener for this one. We're about to do a fun story, actually. It'll be stuck in your head for the rest of the night. We're about to go front of mind, and then we'll read some interesting facts, and then we'll try to get Gliss back on. I think he's sitting on top of his roof at his house now, and then we'll get him off the roof and say goodnight, and then everybody can enjoy their weekend. Yeah. So there was a cheese incident, apparently. Twitter punsters were on the case Thursday night after a Philadelphia blog alerted users that a local supermarket cheese shelf had collapsed. This is going to be good if I can get the screen to scroll down. What is going on today? Oh, wow. Okay. Social media onlookers raised concerns about loose debris and hope that no injuries were incurred. Fortunately, they were optimistic that the store would build back cheddar and wished them the best in that endeavor. Anyway, you slice it, jokesters churned out some pretty great responses, and here they are. I'm going to do the best I can. I camembert to look at such carnage. That's not Gouda. Who didn't see that coming? Here's another one. America's infrastructure is crumbling. Must have hurt. Some of that cheese is sharp. This picture is breaking my Havarti. There you go. How about that? You know me, because that is right up my alley. In fact, I am the dad joke king with my godchildren, and they hate seeing me coming. And you're back in the garage now, back at the set. This has been you got all your steps in like 20 minutes.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out why my desktop, which is the master control center for this show, is not connecting. I have a Wi-Fi signal somewhat on my laptop where I'm talking to you from right now. So the good news is you're
get up and walk around. I can get up and just walk around my house for the next 10 minutes if you want. I think I wouldn't be able to. No, all right. Yeah. All right. I love it. I'm not upset at all. Although I just saw my face froze. I look like I've been drinking, but I haven't. I haven't had a drop. What time is it here? It's 10 minutes. Because I wanna absolutely talk to the people like Giselle who joined the stream. She's here for the first time, I think. Thank you. Austin, Andrea in Florida. What's up? Cora, thank you for the compliment. How you doing? Callie, Dan, shout out to my man Kobe in Alabama. Roll Tide. J-Lo in New York, and everybody, thank you so much for joining us this week on The Drive. Much appreciated. You know, we do what we can, and I appreciate you. I think we got time for one more quick one. And this is interesting because usually if it's something around the Pentagon security area, they shoot it. I don't know if they shoot it. I'm guessing. I'm not in DC. I don't know what they do. But a wandering hen has been taken into custody at a Pentagon security area. They were nice enough to provide paper for this pellet dropping monster. Thanks, hen. I didn't mean to call it a monster. I'm sorry. A wandering chicken hen was caught sneaking around a security area at the Pentagon, a local animal welfare organization said. The loose hen was found early Monday morning near the U.S. Department of Defense headquarters. The Animal Welfare League of Arlington, Virginia wrote on social media. Apparently, the answer to why did the chicken cross the road is to get to the Pentagon. The chicken was taken into custody by one of the league's employees. Chelsea Jones, a spokesperson for the organization, said in an email that she couldn't reveal the precise location where the bird was spotted. Quote, "We are not allowed to disclose exactly where she was found," close quote, Jones said. "We can only say it was at a security checkpoint. It's also unclear where the chicken came from or how she got to the Pentagon. The hen, which has brown feathers and a red comb and wattles, is a Rhode Island red. Jones described the bird as sweet and nervous, but said she allowed some people to pet her." Well, isn't that sweet? See? It's a nice story at the end of the day. All those folks at the Pentagon are going to get a big roasted hen and have a chance to eat it. And that's something kind of sick about that. I don't know how. And Gliss is back in his seat. Wow. But I can't hear you, though.
Now you can hear me.
Okay, now I can. What is going on today?
So I just have to point out, now that there's 3 minutes left in the show, everything is working on my desktop.
Of course.
And on top of that, I mean, now I have all kinds of different angles.
Oh, wow. Look at this. You're everywhere. Did you know you could do that before?
I did not.
Wow. This is the greatest day ever. Man, look, we made history today. How about that? Barbara is joining the stream too. Man, I appreciate everybody so much. This has been really cool this week that you guys can hang out with us on the drive. Let me leave you with some things to tell your friends as we have a couple of minutes left in the show, which has been, if not exciting to you, very exciting to me. If this is an average day for you guys, our passengers, you'll complain about something more than 20 times. When asked the question, if you could eat only one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? Most people, what do you think they say, Gliss? You already know the answer. That's terrible to ask you this. What would it be for you?
One thing.
Mm-hmm. See, that's not easy.
It's hard. I might go with something like potatoes that has some versatility that I could,
do different things with. Yeah, I hear you. Most folks said pizza. I think it'd be, I don't know, man. That's too hard. My head does not operate in that fashion. 6% of people have broken up with someone over a Facebook post. Oh, and I know that to be real. Men are 75% more likely to get angry watching sports than women. Nearly 15% of employees say working for a younger boss makes them uncomfortable at work. Not at all with me. I'm cool with that. If you know what you're doing, I am glad you're there. Please, I need more money. Can you do that? Now, I definitely remember this day, man. I was 10 years old. In 1977, 11 people were killed when 2 cars of a Chicago Transit Authority train fall off elevated tracks and collide with another train. That happened on Lake and Randolph. When in front of what is now Harold Washington College. I went to broadcasting school years later, not at 10. I wasn't rocking the mic at 10 years old, although I thought I was. Right across the street from that, and it was horrible. It was a night. It happened like around maybe 4:30 in the afternoon, something like that. 1977. Wow, I was 10. Jeez. In 1997, a civil jury in Santa Monica, California, finds that NBA interrupting O.J. Simpson liable for the deaths of his ex-wife Nicole Brown Simpson and her friend. I'm never going to forgive him for that, along with killing these 2 people. And her friend Ronald Goldman awarding $8.5 million in compensatory, damages to Goldman's parents. Lawrence Taylor's birthday is today. He was born in 1959. He's 63 years old. Wow. Lawrence Taylor is 63. Oscar De La Hoya is 49. And Cameron, Purple Haze, baby, 46 years old. American Bandstand celebrated its 25th anniversary in 1977 with the ABC TV special hosted by Dick Clark. Who else was going to host it? Staying Alive by the Bee Gees hits #1 on the U.S. top 40 chart and stayed there for 4 weeks. In 1983, Karen Carpenter died of heart failure caused by anorexia. And that, Gliss, is going to do it. And of course, here we are. Samantha, Caleb, Bentley, everybody. Gliss, it's been a week, man, to say the least. This all happened because we were asked to raise our level up. If we would have just stayed way down here, nobody would have known, and we would have got through this whole show.
No, that's good. Look at all these people, man. It's awesome. All these people came to join us. I mean, it was a very exciting show. Didn't go as planned on my end, but hey, everybody's here.
If you guys want to keep the show going, you can follow me on Twitter at Mario in Hyde Park, all lowercase. If I don't answer you right away, it's because I'm at a pub. But I will follow and I will get with you. Don't be. What are you confused about, Samantha? We got a little time. What are you confused about? We're about to get off the air, if that's what you mean. Yeah, show's over, man. We've been here for 2 hours.
But you can come all kinds of.
Monday we are here. You can start your broadcast day with Backchannel.tv. At 6 a.m. Eastern. There is no Backchannel.tv tomorrow, but you can go back and watch all those shows on YouTube. Yes, indeed. So, Gliss, have a good weekend. I will be talking to you shortly, and I can't wait to hear you really talk to me. Everybody, on behalf of everyone, and Gliss, have a good weekend, brother.
You too, man.
On behalf of everyone at Backchannel.tv, thank you so much for hanging out with us this week. We truly appreciate it. Be safe wherever you are. Enjoy your weekend. We will see you next week. As the sun sets in Chicago, Illinois, my name is Mario Smith. Peace.